Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Habib Ali and I am an ICT tutor by profession. Welcome back to another lesson. In today's lesson we are going to be learning about what is find and replace in Excel. It's an amazing feature, by the way, everyone. How to use find and replace to change contents of cells. How to match case when finding content and what it means. And finally, how to match entire cell contents when finding and what it means as well. So there is quite a bit to learn today and also have the understanding of it also. Okay, so we're back on our spreadsheet and today we are using a spreadsheet called books, and the worksheet called borders is the one we will be using as an example and to demonstrate today's questions. The first thing I want to explain and make you understand is what is this find and replace, why do we need to use it, etc. Well, let's say you've got a very big worksheet such as this and you've got a lot of words, and then you decided, for example, let's say all these occurrences of the word newspaper, you decided this was incorrect and you want to replace it with another word, maybe magazine. So you can easily find every word or all the occurrences of the word newspapers and change it to the word magazine for every single one of these with literally a single or two clicks. So that's what find and replace is all about. Now let's go straight to today's question and let's have a look. Okay, so the question is asking us today to change all occurrences of the words talking books to new books on this worksheet only. So it's referring to this borders worksheet only. And then the second part is, do you understand the meaning of match case and entire cell contents? This is an interesting question or point to make, because a lot of people out there, even some of my own students, do not quite grasp the meaning of match case and entire cell contents. Hell, I will be emphasizing on the meaning of these two elements as part of this find and replace. But let's go ahead and make a start on tackling today's question. So I'm going to be using the borders worksheet. So just going to click on there. Now this feature is available in the ribbon under the home tab and right across on this right hand side in this group here called the editing group. And just up here, this is the option we need called find and select. So I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to go straight down to replace rather than clicking on find, and I will tell you why. So I'm just going to click on replace, and by doing so it opens the window or the dialog box with the heading find and replace, and I am given two tabs in this window, one called find and one called replace. So if I click on find, it's simply going to find information for you. It's not going to replace it. So by clicking on the replace tab, it gives you more option as well as find. So it does contain all this information here. Let's have a look. So you can see it's still got find what, where do you want to find it, etc. and find. All these same buttons are still present, exactly the same, but when I click on the replace tab, I get some extra buttons and more options available to me. So I'm going to click on replace. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is find, if I take you back to the question, is find the words or all the occurrences of the words talking books, because we need to replace these two words to new books. So let's have a look. I'm going to type in talking. I'll start again for you. So talking books. Very important you get this spelling correct first of all. I know it's an obvious point, but this is where a lot of mistakes could be made. If you misspell any of these words and you're then asking Excel to find it for you, because this will not be present, it will give you 0 results. So please do bear that in mind, that you get the spelling correct. Now, before I start replacing anything at all, first of all, I'm going to show you how many occurrences of these 2 words are present on this worksheet. And to do this, all I need to do is type in the words and then come down here and click on this button that says Find All. So I'm going to do that. And it gives me some of the results, or all the results, and it tells me just down here on the bottom left hand side of this window how many cells it has found as a result. So it's found 8, and this is the results. Now if I just highlight, just using click and drag anywhere from the white space here, if I just click and drag and highlight this result, Excel identifies on the actual worksheet exactly where these cells are. Now in my example they are grouped together, but the one you may use or any other future work you do after you have got the understanding, the cells like this may not be together, so wherever they are scattered within this one worksheet, for example, it will highlight them all for you automatically, just to show you where these cells are. It also gives you the cell address. So if you have a look at the first one, you can see it's B2, which is referring to this cell here, B2. So it does give you the cell address as well. Also tells you which sheet it belongs to and the name of the workbook. So if you have a look at sheet, this borders is referring to this worksheet here. And if you have what it means by the word book or books is referring to the actual workbook. So in this case, this one is called books. This is why it's giving you this information. So it is actually very clearly telling you where these occurrences were within your spreadsheet is available or visible. So that's the first thing. So we've got 8. We've got 8. Now I was searching for talking books, but I got a couple of cells which has more information in. It's got talking books as well as selection. So why did it give me these 2 when I was only searching for talking books? Well, the answer is simply whatever information you type in this find what box, Excel will search every single cell and it will find every cell that has at least these 2 words as a minimum. If it has anything extra in there, it will also give it to you. Because you are asking Excel, look, I'm looking for a cell or all the cells that has these 2 words. Excel will give you every single cell, and if it has more information in, such as the word selection in this example, Excel will also give it to you. Now if you didn't want this, the word selection, and you wanted exactly as these 2 words, talking books, because remember our question is only asking us to change the cells that have the occurrences of the words talking books. So it's not asking for anything more than talking books. So how do we tackle this question? Well, one of these elements here which we need is part of today's learning that we need to understand is this lovely option here that says match entire cell contents. Now if I click in this option and activate this, and I must take this selection off before I click on find all, otherwise Excel won't give me anything. So if I take the highlighting off just by clicking into another cell, and now if I click on find all, remember I've selected this as an extra. If I click on find all, let's see how many we get. At the moment we've got 8 as our result. Let's see how many we get this time. So find all. Now we've got 6 cells. So it's taken the 2 that had the word selection as an extra, is minused them 2. So the reason it has minused them 2 because we selected this option here that says match entire cell contents. So what it means by match entire cell contents is basically in the results it should only have the words that I have typed in the find what box. So this should match exactly as it is in the cell. So if I've put 2 words in there, the cells that I'm looking for should only contain them 2 words, nothing less, nothing more. That is very important. I don't want a cell that has the word books only on its own. I don't want to have a cell that has only the word talking on its own, such as this. That would be incorrect because I'm asking Excel to match the entire cell contents. This is the reason I've only got 6. So that's a perfect answer. We're happy with that, and I hope you have understood that clearly. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is this option here that says match case. So I'm going to untick the match entire cell contents, going to remove that, and this time I'm going to select match case. Now the word case simply is referring to uppercase or lowercase. In other words, capital letters or small letters in everyday language. So let's tick this and find all, and let's see what we get, and then we'll have a little chat. So find match case, and then I'm going to click on find all, and this time I only get 1 cell, only 1 cell. Why did I get only 1 cell when I'm looking for talking books and I know there was 8? Well, if you have a look at the case of the words that I have typed in, I remember uppercase and lowercase. If you look at the T of talking, that's a small t. If you look at the B for books, that's the small b. Now look at this selection, because we know this is our results, that this is what we should have got. I'm using a simple example for your understanding, but remember in real life the cells could be a big amount of cells as a result of what you are looking for, but this is a simple example that I am using to make sure you understand what I'm saying very thoroughly. Now have a look at this selection. You can see only this cell here, the B2, has a small t and a small b. The rest of them, they all begin with a capital T and a capital B. So because I am asking Excel to match case to what I'm looking for, to match the case to a small t and a small b, it's only found this one that only has a small t and a small b for talking and the word books. So this is the reason we have got 1. I'm going to untick match case and click on find all again, and let's see how many we get. Well, we get the original 8 cells, this all of them. Remember, if I highlight all them, Excel also highlights the actual cells within my worksheet, which is a neat, lovely thing for Excel to do for our benefit, so we can see exactly which cells it is. And again, remember, this selection could be anywhere depending on the result. It could be scattered somewhere at the bottom or somewhere else. So just bear that in mind as well, because they may not be grouped together like in this example that I am using. So we get 8 cells as a result of this. Another thing I want to show you, I'm just going to remove the highlighting, by the way, everyone, is this option here that says within. If I take you back to the question again, remember it was asking us to change all the occurrences of the words talking books to new books, which we haven't done, by the way, yet. We will do very soon, but on this worksheet only. Now if I take you back to borders, this is what this option within is referring to. At the moment, by default, Excel always gives you the option to be as sheet, but you can always change it and select the entire workbook. Now, if you were to select the workbook, you're asking Excel however many worksheets there are within this workbook, you're asking Excel to find and replace with the word that you choose. So in this example, Excel would search borders as well as the worksheet called sales. But we don't want this for today's question, so I'm going to go back and change this to sheet. And finally, one more thing I want to explain to you. If I scroll right to the bottom and see what other departments of books there are, I've got another department here that is only books. Only books. So if I am typing in the word talking books here, why do you think Excel is not finding these 6 cells for me? Why? That's a moment for us to pause and think about, because we are asking Excel to find these 2 words. We're not asking it to match the entire cell contents. We're not asking it to match case. So do you think as a result of me typing in these 2 words, Excel should be giving me these as well? Okay, well, let me minus the word talking to answer this question. I'm just going to remove the word talking and click on find all, and let's see what we get this time. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Now, because I've typed in the word books, I'm getting 14 cells as my result, because this word books is now present, you can see, in every single one of these cells. But if I type in the word talking in front of it, like it was before, and I press find all, it will find me only the 8 original cells, and it will minus the cells that has books only. Now the reason for this is because whatever words you type in this box, Excel will take this as the minimum number of words that you are asking Excel to search, to use and search within the cells. So if I'm asking for talking books, it will search and at least look for these 2 words to be present within the cells. This is the reason we do not get books that is on their own. I hope this is all very clear. Okay, so let's go and finish answering today's question. It is asking us to replace talking books with the word new books. So let's go ahead and do this. So first thing we need to do is get the case correct, because we don't want to be replacing them 2. We only want to replace these 6. The very first thing we need to do is match entire cell contents, because this is what we are looking for. So if I go ahead and tick this box or this option and find all, I only get the 6 cells that contain these words. Now all I have to do is click in replace with and type in new books. I'm sure that's the word. I'm just going to double check. Yes, correct, new books. So go back to borders. So there's new books. Now if I click on replace all, Excel should replace it for me. I don't need to worry about match case, because there isn't any other cell that has just these 2 words on its own that contain beginning with a small t or a small b. I don't really need to take this option. However, just to be on the safe side, I am going to be taking this and changing this to a capital T just to be on the safe side. Otherwise, I may change something else unnecessarily. There we are. So talking books, changing it with new books. I'm matching the case. So matching the case, remember, capital T, capital B, which all these have. So that's correct. It's matching. And then finally, match entire cell contents. I've selected this because I want Excel only to find these two words in the cells that I'm going to be changing. So happy with them two options. If I click on replace all, let's see what happens. There we are. We have done, it says all done. We made 6 replacements. So it has actually changed all 6 occurrences of the word talking books now to new books. So we're happy with that. We need to click on OK for it to accept and close this window. We do not need this anymore. Finally, just going to go to the question and see if we have thoroughly answered and understood everything of today's lesson. So change all occurrences of the words talking books to new books. Yes, that's definitely a big tick. We have done it, and also only on this worksheet. Do you understand the meaning of match case and entire cell contents? I hope you do now. Remember, match case is referring to capital letters, uppercase and lowercase, or small letters. However you understand match case now. And the entire cell contents. So if there's 2 words only you're looking for, or 3 words only, however many there are, it is exactly as the number of words you are searching for. Nothing less and nothing more. So that's what it means by entire cell contents. So this is the end of today's lesson. If you do have any further questions, or if you want me to clarify anything, please don't forget, leave me a comment in the comment section and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, please don't forget to like and share this lesson and subscribe to our channel if you have not done so, and I shall see you over in the next lesson. So until then, please do look after yourself, and goodbye for now.